This sounds a lot like last year when Disney Plus started making the announcement that they're going to be dialing back the MCU on their channel there. And now we're getting this Star Wars deal. So pretty soon they're going to do this with the brand. They're going to go, much like they went, it's superhero fatigue. That's the problem. They're going to go, it's Star Wars fatigue. No, it's just the fact that you made a lot of bad shows in succession, a lot of bad movies in succession, and you killed your brand with identity politics and DEI crap over and over and over again. We'll get into this news in just a moment. My name is John Delarose. I am a #1 best-selling science fiction author. I will love for you to check out my trilogy of space wizards fighting battles. You might call it a Star War. Singular, because there's one war. There's not multiple. But check this out. I've got a full trilogy on Amazon. It's got ebook and print and audio. I'll put this in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the books. You'll love this. It's good classic action adventure sci-fi like you're wanting, that they're not delivering for you. And while you're here, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Join us in our science fiction community. I love you guys. You are wonderful fans. I know that these people attack you all the time, but don't let them gaslight you. You're normal people, and these are the weirdos. These are the racist bigots, even though they claim you are. It's all about projection on their end, and that's exactly why this show's failing so hard. So this is the rumor right now. Let's set the scene for where we're at with Star Wars right now. And yes, we're on Rotten Tomatoes. Got a little bump this week. This is the first time we've seen the Acolyte just tick back up after it's just been failing week after week, dropping lower and lower. It hit the rock bottom of 13% earlier this week. And so what happened? I'll parse this out for you. There's a lot of Star Wars simps out there who really don't even care about the quality of writing, don't care about anything. They just want lightsaber battle. And there was a lightsaber battle in this. It was like 15 minutes of the episode this week. And so you got that. At least there was a little action finally. I mean, nothing's been happening the entire time. The battle, I mean, if you actually break it down and you look at it and watch it more than once, was very, very cringy. But these people just want that. They saw the chick with the horns and the makeup or whatever. I can't remember her name. Dual wielding, yay. The black guy had a white lightsaber, yay. And so so they had that. And it was nonsensical. I thought it went absolutely terribly when you watch this like Sith guy, with like 10 laser swords all being like chopped at him, manages to not get hit by any of them. The Jedi have turned into stormtroopers. It's really sad to watch, personally. But some people really liked it, and you can see that here in this. I found this on Nina Infinity's feed this morning. This guy Steve is getting viral with his all caps. You can't tell me this show is bad after this. And he just shows the yay lightsabers, and it's interesting. What Nina Infinity points out is I can't tell what the F is happening. It's so dark, and it's probably on purpose to hide all the flaws. Yeah, absolutely. So they have you distracted by the points of light, the only things you can see, and then everything else is really dark in the background. And they also do a shaky camera that's kind of spinning around, so you see, like, to really distract from the fact that this is just a nonsensical battle all the way around. There's a lot of, like, if you actually watch it multiple times, you'll see there's like a lot of openings in there. Where it's like they turn their back, they spin around, where it's just like if they would have just poked with the lightsaber, the guy would have been dead. Easy. So it's ridiculous. But this is the level of quality that is the Acolyte at this point. The ratings for the first episode were shown to be about a few million less than Ahsoka, and this is a bloated budget of $180 million. They're spending so much on this. There's no way that Disney in their right minds could bring this back. So this is what Leslye Headland is saying right now. So she spoke with Entertainment Weekly, and following the release of the 5th episode, she says, something I've noticed is first seasons will end on what should have been a break in Act 2. Now, this is how shows have been done in recent years. And this is the Netflix effect. Netflix would commission, quote, 2 seasons, which is really just one season of a show. They'd split it into 2 seasons, and you'd get like 6 episodes this year, 6 episodes next year, and it was really just one. And that's why we have not many episodes per season of any of this stuff now, because everybody's copying Netflix. But instead of copying Netflix and just buying the full slate and actually getting the story done, Disney does it like for the episode length and writes it like it's going to be a to be continued, like they did with Ahsoka. They find Thrawn, spoilers, I guess, if you care, and then it's very clear that Ahsoka's like trapped, and like, you know, I mean, they really need another season to wrap things up, because it definitely did not resolve positively for the good guys, and that's exactly probably what's going to be done here. I don't know who the good guys are in this show. The Jedi, I'm told, are stodgy old religious rule followers who just suck. The Sith, I mean, he's evil because he's Sith. But I guess the two black girls are just good, even though one's good and one's bad. So I'm confused, but we'll find out. I'm sure at some point they'll tell us. So I don't feel that's a good idea. It feels like everyone's really expecting their shows to get a second season, and I don't think that's a good idea. And that really makes it look like there's not going to be a second season right away. It feels like this is the type of cope that you hear from somebody. You know, this is the type of thing. I was reading Russell T Davies' Doctor Who interviews recently too, and he's casting doubt on a third season of Doctor Who. They actually did commission and film 2 seasons at once. And he's doing the same thing. This is the exact same type of language they're using. When you're promoting a show and you're stoked about it, you're like, hey, this is going amazing. People are watching this. The young people love it. Disney's all in on this. We're for sure going to be back. You have a little more confidence in what you're saying. And so it lends credence to the fact that she really knows that this is a travesty, and it probably isn't going to get another few episodes. Thank God there's only 3 left. There's only 3 episodes. We can make it. Ugh. She says, I threw everything into season 1 because who knows what's going to happen. Well, if Disney has any sense, they're not going to put a season 2. This is a $180 million gigantic loss for them. As of those ratings that came out, only 3% of their subscriber base even watched The Acolyte. Nobody cared or wanted this show. And as it's gone along and just upset fans by betraying the lore, introducing Sith when they haven't been around in 1,000 years, according to the movies, this is wild. So a whole episode worth of backstory that nobody cared about, that was nonsensical, like the physics problems of like having stone buildings burned down and having fires in space. This is just something that is insulting to the audience's intelligence on every single level, and that's why it has such low ratings. So she says, despite being unsure if the show will get renewed for a second season, she did inform Entertainment Weekly that she has 4 or 5 major mysteries she'd like to explore if it does. The show has not performed well, as seen right here, and it's also not doing well on IMDb, which gets talked about a little less because these are weighted ratings too. The 3.3, so it's a 2. It's under 3. The majority of the reviews are 1 out of 10 because it is such crap. Now this is pretty bad. So and it goes into the ratings here that people are watching less than Ahsoka. You can see that The Acolyte's 9 out of 10 on here. You got a lot. Eric, Dancing with the Devil, Geek Girl, Bridgerton, Under the Bridge, lots of Bridgerton. Evil on Paramount Plus beat it out. Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing for a Star Wars film. I got to tell you that. And then you look at this, you see this is what Ahsoka was. It was in the top 5. So what's going on, Disney? You know that you've got a major problem here. It's terrible. Oh, well, one can only hope that this will not be renewed, as mentioned before. But I'm going to leave you with a nice little meme. Nerdotic posted this. I think it's really, really funny because let's just have something fun. Let's have fun with this. Are we allowed to do that on the internet anymore without getting canceled? I don't know. But this is a hilarious meme that people noted that the cutting off the hair deal was a mimic of The Parent Trap, the old film from back in the day. Oh, God, that was the cringiest scene ever, where she just grabs and cuts her hair off with a lightsaber. I just couldn't believe it. And then magically nobody recognizes her. It was just perfectly done, just like the other one when you just slam that lightsaber through there. Does hair burn? Yeah, it does. What the heck? Oh, my gosh. So this is a very funny thing. Walt Disney presents Amandla Stenberg, apologies, The Jedi Trap, with that guy from the Squid Game, X-23, Leslye Headland's wife, and Asian Ezra Miller. Really good. This is a classic meme, and I really appreciate their work. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Please check out Justified. That's going to be in the description below. I appreciate you guys for backing the books. We'll be back soon.